Alright, what is up guys? It is your boy the Food coming back to you with another video, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at a bit of a sidestep from TVV chapter 15, and we're actually going to be looking at the events that happened towards the end of the chapter and why I think that Boruto might not be able to see the end of the series. I'm not even going to lie. I think that with everything that's been happening at the end of the chapter, and also just going back to the first episode or the first chapter of the manga, if you will, I think that a lot of the things that have been foreshadowed and teased, I don't see Boruto seeing the end of the show. And I know it might be hard to fathom with that. Even I find it hard to just cope with. But I genuinely think that with everything that's been happening, especially with Momoshiki just being teased so many times throughout this chapter, I can definitely see a place where Momoshiki is going to end up causing what I would say is the possible destruction of Konoha. And not only the possible destruction of Konoha, but possibly even Boruto's death. And that's why in today's video we're going to be taking a look at that. Definitely hit that like button, definitely hit that subscribe button. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. So my main point, or my main reason for bringing all of this, goes back to TVV chapter 15 as well as the previous chapters of Two Blue Vortex, alongside the first episode of Boruto Naruto Next Generations, where we see a time skip version of Boruto and Kawaki, right? This is the first time we saw these characters, and then we see them clashing, and as you can see, they are fighting on the Hokage faces, which look to be destroyed. Not only that, but the entire village seems to be destroyed as well. There's havoc and chaos everywhere, fire everywhere, everything is going crazy. And then you go back to TVV chapter 15, right, where we this is something that has been like going on for a long time. A lot of people have been trying to speculate what's going to cause the destruction of the village. Is it both Kawaki and Boruto? Is it something else? Obviously, as the story has been progressing, especially with Two Blue Vortex, now we've been able to finally connect the dots, right? And we're still continuing to connect those dots, and we're trying to see like who and what is going to cause all of the events that we see in the first episode of the anime, right? So I think that it might not be, I don't even think it's a fast stretch. I think everyone can agree with me on this one, but I genuinely think that Boruto, our main character, our glorious king, he might actually be the reason why Konoha is gonna get destroyed, and it's all because of Momoshiki. Now, if you go back to that conversation with Kawaki and Boruto in TVP chapter 15, right, we can clearly see them talking about, you know, karma, and the fact that Boruto says that he never used karma for the last 3 years. And we all know why that happened, right? It all happened because he tried using it last time when he was fighting with Sasuke, right? And basically what we see happening here is he just felt Momoshiki was gonna pull through. He just felt like he was gonna come out. And ever since then, he decided, you know what? I'm never gonna use Momoshiki again. I'm never gonna use karma. And I think he did the right thing because, yeah, Momoshiki was gonna come out. Like that one was just that one was just guaranteed. I think it made just so much sense, right? And you look at it and you're like, Boruto then decides to get stronger on his own, right? He decides to stop using karma and he wants to gain strength that will be able to surpass that or even just be on par with that, right? And so he's definitely achieved that, but he still has problems with karma. Even to this day, you look back at that previous chapter, right, where Kawaki and Boruto finally confront each other for the first time, right, while the Shinju clones are going havoc and they're just going crazy, right? And you see the standoff between the two of them. Kawaki unleashes his karma, and we know that both their karma are gonna resonate, right? And Boruto just decides to run away because he could feel karma coming out, and he knew that, damn, if I actually stay here any longer, Momoshiki's gonna come out and it's gonna be a problem. Boruto is literally a time ticking bomb. He is literally a time ticking bomb. If Momoshiki actually manages to just summon himself, right? We've seen what Momoshiki's done every time he came out. He absolutely obliterated Boro, right, when he summoned himself in the form of Boroshiki. And then when he came for the second time again, he absolutely obliterated Code, right? Rasengan and the huge Rasengan. He was going crazy. Even when he fought Kawaki, it was absolutely insane, right? So just imagine what Momoshiki is gonna do when he comes back, especially since Momoshiki is one of the characters that wants to see Boruto fail. He's his number one hater. He is the ideal hater, you know, Sukuna type level, like it's not even close. Sukuna type levels of hating on this guy. And I just wouldn't be surprised if Momoshiki just pulls up in the village, just, you know, Boruto loses control of karma, and then out of nowhere, yeah, you know, he just decides to just stand up there and say, you know what, I'm gonna bomb this whole place. I wanna see bro look at this village from his eyes and just see all the destruction going through, and I want him to die. I want him to just puke so hard. And this is why I'm saying, like, this could actually be quite a very amazing moment for the story, and also a very shocking moment. And I think this makes a lot of sense. I think there's a lot of evidence backing my theory up, and I think a lot of people have also made the same theories, right? But for me, it's more so just reminding everyone that, yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And I think a lot of people should be ready for this. I think a lot of people are getting ready for this. So again, my first evidence is going back to that chapter, right? Boruto, even at the end of his conversation with Kawaki, he literally tells him, if Momoshiki actually ever pulls up, go ahead and kill me. He literally says it himself. And this is why I'm saying that towards the end of the show, I genuinely think that Boruto is going to die at the end of the show, because if it ends up being true that he's the one who ends up causing the destruction of the village through Momoshiki, what even is the reason for Boruto to stay alive? He's going to be the type of character that I could definitely see saying, you know what, I should just exchange my life for this. You know, I don't even deserve to live. But then again, he could probably be like Sasuke and say, you know what, I'm outdone. I don't know. We could see something like that happening, right? And as much as I hate to really, I'm trying to deny this as much as possible, because I don't want to see my glorious king die. I want him to become just like his mentor Sasuke. I want him to live. I mean, he's already living the dream if you think about it though. But yeah, it's not going good. I could definitely see him dying at the hands of either, you know, him sacrificing himself, or him being killed by Kawaki in some way, shape, or any other way. The only way that, you know, Boruto can stop this, right, especially since he's already Otsutsuki, the only way he could literally stop this is if he transfers Momoshiki over to Code, which is a plan that they did actually enact in part 1, but they just couldn't do it because they weren't strong enough to do it. But it's definitely possible to do it now, especially since Code is coming, right, for these guys. He's teamed up with the Shinju clones, which I also want to make a video on that. But yeah, I don't know, that's just me. And yeah, but yeah, this has basically been it. This is just a very quick theory, and I just don't want to make a lot of long form videos for now, at least. Just gonna be yapping about just different topics from the chapter. And again, my next video is gonna be focusing on Code, because Code has been taking so many L's. But yeah, with that said, you guys definitely let me know what you think. Do you think Boruto is gonna end up dying, or do you think he's gonna see the light of the end of the show? There's so much to talk about, about Tonari and him being, the Star of Hope and all that. But again, these are just videos for another day. But with that said, it has been a video from me, the Fruit, and I will see you guys in another one. Peace.